Okay. In collaboration with Maejo University, organized its second International Symposium. The aim of this program is to further enhance the capacity and skills of our teachers, especially all the Filipino educators, to meet the educational needs and demands of learnings in this generation, and to provide a platform for sharing of the best practices in teaching and learning in the new normal. We also celebrate and commemorate our 124th Independence Day as what our Philippine President said and called on Filipinos to take heart all the learnings from the past. This occasion is a testament to how our forefathers fought for the freedom that we enjoy today. As a proud Filipino, let us shout with pride, Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Long live Philippines! To be with us, the President of Maejo University. Let's welcome
the Dean of the International College for Maejo University. Another one from Prince Royal College. And our friend from the Philippines that she just went to Chiang Mai yesterday, right? 2 days ago, from Filipino University. So thank you very much that give the opportunity to my university, like become the host together and invite me for joy today. I'm really sorry because normally today is available day for me, but we moved our university council meeting because last week we have our what they call the prince ceremony for birthday, right? Queen birthday. So we have a problem, so we moved for today our university council meeting. So sorry, very sorry, because the same day that we have. But anyway, Kala Daniel, you move to the next month, right? For the 2nd of July. We will have the big of the group of the Filipina will come to our city, I mean to Chiang Mai, on the 4th of July until 4th to 8th, 60 of them. A whole university, the president, the vice president, or the administrators from the Philippines. I don't know exactly how many universities, 60, maybe 68 of them will come from the Philippines to have our conference next month for 4 days. Anyway, this is our life because COVID already, I don't know, not exactly, because now we think about monkey fog again. We don't know exactly that from the UP Los Batos. Get some experience from my advisor, Dr. Blenda, and we can, this like that, right again like that. Very difficult, but very good for us to make hard, because hard work never kill anyone. And one of the, we call 3 tigers of agriculture, one of them built our university, established our university. This is our life, that we very close on site, all of them. Just only some subjects or master or PhD, they should come to the laboratory, they should come on site, right? Our students have positive attitude with everything, not negative attitude, but positive attitude. Khasa is knowledge. The second one I put here is experience. Learning by doing. learning by their. And after that, observe some concept and looking for the theory. Sometimes theory and concept really, compatible. We already have, but how we apply to our situation, this is very important for us to sharing with each other. This is for experience. First, if we would like to share knowledge, right? I put Khasa. The second, for experience. The common sense is very important. Now we think sixth sense, but the common sense is how we respect with the teacher, we respect with the elder. This is for the common sense. But right now for the young generation, one more thing I would like to put this word or not. The visualizer is the new real. We cannot far away from visualizer anymore. But right now, easy. The community wisdom. Thank you for FCC that you try to do with the Philippine wisdom, and you come back. You stay in Thailand. You keep something. When I went to last year, you have the dinner together in Han. You can do
Adobo.
No, not adobo.
Lechon.
Huh?
Lechon.
Nugget. No, I think about papitan. Papitan. In Thailand, we use from carabao, from buffalo, or from cattle. But in your country, from the goat. Right? Papitan. Smelly. Muk, we call muk, no? Massive. I don't know the full name. Massive course that you use online curriculum, right? Online curriculum. In Maejo, you see right now we have 50 or 40 for MOOC subject. You can open by yourself, you can learn by yourself like that. The student can learn by themselves. Education, research, innovation, and technology and innovation like that. We must with each other make a network to work together. Right now, if you enroll in Maejo, you can study in Chulalongkorn, some subject in Chulalongkorn. You can study in Thammasat or Kasetsat like that. So right now we have 24 network for graduate students for free, because you registered just only my university, right? But you can select some subject and have opportunity to do study like that. So thank you very much that let me come to join for today. Sorry that I cannot join with a whole day with you, but I have the Dean for International College. We have the biggest marijuana in our farm. Right now, almost more than 50,000 marijuana in our farm. You can order 30 baht only, and the seed 20 baht. You get the meal marijuana in your house. Right now, legal in Thailand.
Hello.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Distinguished resource persons, Dr. Mirapon, Dr. Rapipon, Dr. Custodio, Mr. Pascual, and Ms. Morales, ladies and gentlemen, mga kababayan, a pleasant morning to all. First and foremost, I would like to express sincere gratitude to Maejo University for partnering with us in organizing the second International Symposium on Contemporary Education. I also want to convey my sincere thanks to the companies and private individuals for their support to the projects of FCC such as this one. This symposium is very special to me and my team because we were able to pull it off in the middle of pandemic crisis. In fact, this message was recorded because I am infected by COVID at this very moment. But this pandemic and my condition will not stop us from delivering this very important event. The FCC leadership supports and advocates for the further professional development and capacity building of our Filipino teachers who actually comprise majority of the membership of FCC. After being elected in office on September 2020, the very first activity that the FCC leadership did was the first International Symposium, which was a huge participation of teachers not only from Chiangmai, but the nearby provinces of Lamphun, Lampang, Phang, and Chiang Rai. This year's symposium marks an important milestone as we celebrate the 124th year of independence of our beloved country, the Philippines. Molding the minds and character of young people who will become global citizens of the future. In this symposium, we will be focusing on the best practices in teaching techniques and classroom management for diverse learners. As such, participants are expected to acquire more competencies and skills to effectively engage their students and help prepare them to thrive in the 21st century and beyond. I sincerely hope that you will have a productive and enjoyable time in this symposium. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Institution, but also promoting welfare of the community. Within the course of implementation of our duties, we are required up to many challenges. Today, we are grateful indeed to share, learn, and embrace these new challenges in the new normal platform as we continue to uplift our teaching profession. Our first guest speaker today is an educator, a scientist, and an engineer in his field of expertise. He graduated with a bachelor degree in industrial education, with master degree in material engineering, a doctor of philosophy in polymer science, and at present, he is the dean of the faculty, an outstanding researcher with more than 40 published international journals. I would like to present to you our first guest speaker, the Dean of the International College of Maejo University, Dr. Rapipon Dongtonji. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Business will be changed. I don't know is when we come back is again, and from the school or from the university also gonna be changed. But right now, I am Dean of International College in Maejo University. That's why the foreigner student, mainly they come from China and also Taiwan. That we have a big problem because of right now in China, the Chinese people is not allowed to go abroad in Thailand. That's why we're gonna be changing this situation. And from my background is that I just come from King Mongkut University of Technology in North Bangkok in 2 years ago. For the former, I have a vice president of Science and Technology Institute of Technology in North Bangkok University. And when I decision to go to Maejo University, what happened? The COVID-19 is also happened in 2 years ago. That is the big problem because of when I got about the dean of the international college. What can we do? Because of this is a big problem because of the foreigner student not come in Chiang Mai, not come in university, and also how we solve the problem inside the Maejo University because of a lot of students and a lot of lecturer and staff. We have to infect about the COVID-19. That from the former background I have to an engineer of the material engineering. I'm working on nanotechnology, and of course in the former I have to the president of the nanotechnology research institute in Maejo University. That's why we have to share about the product, just like an innovation product to go to doing inside Maejo University. This is the best practice in the new normal that I show you in this. And as the firstly, I will show you about the keyword of Maejo University. In Maejo University, they have to see about MAEJO. This come from M, this is mindfulness. A, this is aspiration. E, this is an excellent. And J, this is justice. And O is origin. This is overall of Maejo University. And when you see this, do you remember the president talk about the marijuana? This is the biggest marijuana farm in Thailand right now, especially for the medicine, for extraction to medicine. But in 2 days ago, that the Thai government is announced that they have to pass to use to planting about cannabis or marijuana. But right now, I don't know actually because of the legal right now is not illegal, especially for children, for the younger. And as you know that the other, I think the Philippines they have to illegal, right? And of course they have to characterize as a drug. But in Thailand, we have a big problem because of if you have to go to the chemical inside them, the consist of the chemical inside them, they have to two part. The part one is they have to CBD. CBD that name the substance that is good for medicine. But another one, this is the same inside the marijuana extraction. We have to THC. THC, that is tetracannabinoid group, something. This is identified around the world as drug. That is the big problem because of the government that not identify this is one because of when we need to know about the THC or CBD inside, you can use it about the chemical extraction only. But for the people in the normal people, what is the chemical extraction? What is the instrument that identify them? This is the big problem because of when the children or the younger is not identify that they have to smoke, they have to use as a drug. This is the first one of the concern. But right now, they have to legal in Thailand in the 2 days ago. And of course, the activity of Maejo University, they have to working on cannabis or marijuana. That the biggest in Southeast Asia, not only in Thailand. And of course, they have to use about the root, use about the leaf, and also the flower of the cannabis. They have to extraction side, and also they have to making about some medicine to Thai drug administration, and this is very welcome if all Filipino to go to and sightseeing something, because of this is I think is this is the first of the organic cannabis farm. This seriously because of when you take some medicine, they have to got a chance to go to organic farm. That Maejo is the leader one, and of course it's not only in cannabis. They have to the agricultural standardization. We have to USDA organic approve. We have to IFOM for the organic approval, and of course we have to Maejo University farm to the area of the Maejo University farm is around 1,000 right, or sometimes it's 800 acres something. And this is the activity inside the Maejo University. We have the Lana Agricultural Learning Center. We have to organic book, organic market, and of course organic training course. All of them inside Maejo University. And from my background is I have to International College Dean. The main concept of the International College in Maejo University, we have to settle in 5 years ago, and we have to the student add 1 in 3 years ago from master and PhD only. The concept of the International College in Maejo University, they have to 3 points of them. They have to environmental, social, and economic together. And when we merge together, we have to sustainability. And of course, the environmental, they have to concern about the natural resources used, the environmental management, the pollution prevention. From the social, we have to the standard, how to improve the standard of living, the education, community, the equal opportunity. And from the economy, we're thinking about the profit, the cost saving, the economic growth, and research and development. Maejo University has been the university, not governmental university, just only part of the governmental university. That's why we have to do it from the profit, especially in international college. We manage which the money by themselves, by ourselves. That's why we can control about the profit that we have to use it to manage. And if you're thinking about the management in the situation of the COVID-19, we have 3 of them. We have 2 academic program, academic service, and the research service or research with cooperative with the company that's at the outside of Maejo University. The first one that I show you about the academic program in the international college, we just 3 academic program only. The academic, like I said, we have to the tourism management in the Master of Art and PhD. We have to the organic agriculture management in Master of Science and PhD. And for the last one, we have to making about the digital economy and management innovation in Master of Science and PhD also. Luckily, but right now, we opened 3 years ago. Amount of the student, we have to 120 students in master and PhD. That I think is they have to grow up together because of this is the situation of the COVID-19 that we have to take an advantage of them. Just like we have to use about the online courses. And have you seen the president? The president of Maejo University is the affiliation of the president Virapon in International College also. And from the academic service, in the first that I show you, the president that the short-term courses between Maejo University and the Foreign Royal Government of Bhutan. And the master program in the advanced technique and short term in the rural development. And this is the progress of Bhutan. Every people inside here graduate from Maejo University. And of course, in scaling up of the agroecology in Asian higher education, this is the technical workshop. This from Siaga, and of course it a lot of other university in outside of Thailand is joined. And the third Asian Agricultural University Network, we call the short name in AAUN, in the International Conference and Integrated Sustainable Agriculture Education in 2019. And another one, I would show you about short-term training program in agriculture from the Nigerian and poultry and fishery in 2020, before the pandemic of the COVID-19. This is the student in the really not the student, because of all of them they have to government officer from Nigeria. They have to training in the short course training program in agriculture. This is the atmosphere, the figure. And for the third one of the concept, when you manage about the international program in International College of Maejo University, they have to international research in International College. In the managed system that we do, and we just started, I think it's necessary to do it. 3H to be controlled everything in about the research inside the International College. The first one, we call it head. The secondly, we call hand, and the last one we call heart. The management system is this is not only from the International College, but they also the company. If the company consists of 3 of them, the company is growing up together, because of in the head, that means the researcher. The head is thinking. When you're thinking like this, it's thinking about innovation, thinking about the new one, that thinking about the usage to do it in the new and inside them in the creation something. This is called head. But when you're thinking, not doing, they have impossible to succeed. We call that hand. Hand that's made to do it right now, to making it right now. This is hand. And the other one, H, we call it heart. The heart that means how we use about the knowledge, we use about the stuff to go to commercially, to go to seller, how to manage like this. Because of when you're thinking about in university, the researcher, they have a lot of them. But the research from doing, they have to keep in the shelf, not to do it in the real thing. That's the big problem in Thailand. You know that in the static of the governmental funding in Thailand, agency of the funding, only 1 or 2% of the research paper doing the real thing or go to the commercial or to do it the real thing. Only 1 to 2% only. This is a big problem in Thailand because of when we do like this, they have to not to create about innovation product. They have to not to create about the feasibility to new thing. To create just only a book, just only a journal, just only a report and keep in the shelf. This is a big problem. That's why when we go to the international college, we try to do, okay, we have to manage 3 of them. The first one is curriculum. The second one is the academic service, and the last one in the research at international research. The theme of 3 of them, they have to explain about the situation of the COVID-19, how to manage them. The first one in International College of Maejo University, we think about the head of the researcher. We have to team, that the new team from Germany, from India, and also the new one of the lecturer. We have to prepare about the researcher at I show you about Dr. Wolfram, Dr. Prakash, and Dr. Chantana. Dr. Wolfram come from Germany, and Dr. Prakash come from India, and Dr. Chantana from Thailand. In Germany, we have to try to connect between other university inside Germany, and I and the president gonna go to Germany in the next month to make the signing ceremony of the MOU between the Hoffenheim University and also Stefan University to exchange students and exchange the researcher, also lecturers. And I have to announce this is the product that we call that amazing product in the world. That right, let I show you. This is the natural herbicide to grass controller. This is the new one that we have to announce to the government, and the government is that say that, oh, this is the new one because of this is the natural herbicide to grass controller. But at long time ago, the chemical to control about the grass, they have to ban in Thailand right now. The substance that called glyphosate and paraquat, this already banned in Thailand. That's why they have to control about the grass, because of in Thailand they have to big problem because of I think it's just like in Philippines, because of we have to tropical climate. A lot of grass grow up very fast. That's why they have to big problem. Bionite, this is the natural herbicide. You can eat it, but not delicious. You can eat it, and of course, when we try like this, the regulation will be concerned because of this is the new one. This is the innovation just present in Maejo University, and of course, when we use it, what is the natural herbicide in the grass controller? We call it Bionite. They have to non-chemical for grass control. They have to without the glyphosate and paraquat, and non-toxic, and also safety. But interestingly, they use for the underground and the water just like the water hyacinth and the other type of the inside the water. This is take an advantage. That you can see the people like this. When we using about the chemical, you have to keep everything inside the glass, where everything inside the eyeglass, everything inside the body to cover everything. But when you use like natural herbicide like this, they have to free, not wearing mask, something like that, because of that safety and non-toxic like it. And the advantage of them is that we have to non-toxic for not only for human, animal, but they also the farmer also. And the good from the new plant, this is easy to digest to the natural fertilizer. This is the very taken advantage. When you spray about the herbicide like this, you have to waiting about half of a month and a month to release about the herbicide like this. But in case of them, they have to not waiting because of it all is natural. You can plant the new one is again. That's why when we use like this, we have to help the people to crop very fast, something like it. This is the result that I show you in the Maejo University farm in the before and after. This is very fast to accelerate like this. The left hand side is that before we spray or we inject, and after 3 hours we have to the green side will be keep it the brown leaf in the leaf of the grass. That's a very fast to do it like this. This is the new one of I think in Thailand they're gonna be changing about the habit of the farmer and help the people. And when I talk this is the future project in International College. We concerned about the PM 0.5. This is a big problem, especially in Chiang Mai, right? But right now, we have looked too lucky in this season. Because of in this season, the raining will be taking it before. As I remember in the last year or last 2 years, we have two big problem because of the PM 2.5. This is the big problem in Chiang Mai. And of course, in Bangkok, the result of them is 80% they come from the smoke, especially in the northern of Thailand. The smoke like this, they come from the far. In the normal, the people that just like the season when we have to the leaf, they have to burning in normal of the farmer or population in the northern. But seriously, the smoke like this, they have to happen not only in Thailand, they also the foreigner country, the near country from Myanmar and from Laos only. And of course, International College research that they made about the charcoal from leaf. The leaf like this, we have to dry leaf and the milling. And for the milling, they have to leaf powder. and the powder is we have to put it together with some substance and make about the charcoal from leaf. That they take an advantage because of when they make about the charcoal from the leaf, that they have to control about the oxygen to burning inside them. That's why when we control about the oxygen like this, the smoke is less and very less. And of course, when the smoke less, the PM 2.5, they have to less also. This is help the people in the northern of Thailand. The project right now, I should be side of the patent, and the university will be take this project to the people around in Maejo University, and of course they have to grow up this project to community, and we hope that frankly when we use like this normally right now charcoal is in Chiang Mai they use for pottery and we use for making a food like this the value of the charcoal like this we have to 20 baht per kilogram, and when you use about the dry leaf to making like this the cost of the process and the cost of the dry leaf to milling to doing everything the ingredient inside them only 4 baht per kilogram. That they take advantage. If you have to do the project like this the people in the rural or in the community when you do like this they cannot burn because of they can sell because of the dry leaf. The value of the dry leaf is we can buy in 2 baht per kilogram. That just better. And the project like this they have to activate to reduce about the burning of leaf around Chiang Mai or around in the northern of Thailand. This is the reduction of the PM 2.5. This is the project that coming soon go to the community. And of course we have to try to making about the hybrid solution. Before we talk about the silver nano that I do it before, we merge the oligomer with the chitosan to protect a pathogen and acting as the vaccine of the plant. We do it in the orange tree. The orange tree, we have to build the big problem. I think they have to the teacher in Phang, the Phang district. Who is come from Phang district? You know? Do you have some people? No. In Phang district or the other district in Chiang Mai, they have to a lot of orange tree. And the biggest problem of the orange tree, they have to use about the chemical inject in the tree. This is the chemical they call, how can I say it? And remember the ampicillin. This the chemical is used for human, but the ampicillin gonna be changed to use in the pathogen of orange tree, but inject it inside them. But seriously, because of when we use for the plant as the orange tree, they have to use it more every year because of this is. I go to the some problem because of some people don't know about the silver nano. What is the silver nano? What is the silver? Just like this is the answer. The silver, this is the product from 99.99% pure silver. If you're thinking about the silver, you're thinking about jewelry. In Chiang Mai, they have a lot of to do about the jewelry. The silver, just like the mineral. The mineral like this, the purity is 99.99. And then we have to manufacturing in the efficiency of the silver ion. The silver ion will be attached with the surface of the microbial, especially in COVID-19 virus. Then they just like a magnetic mechanism. If you're thinking about the magnetic, the plus and minus will be attached together, right? The silver acting is the same of the virus. When we do like this, when we found the silver is still ion outside of the electron. The ion is plus charge. The charge like this is see the COVID-19 virus, we call it coronavirus. The outer of the coronavirus is minus charge. When the plus charge and minus charge is merged together, we have stick inside them. When stick inside them, the virus non-movement, no movement like this. When they movement like this, they have to crash and split it out. That's why the virus is dead in finally. This is to take an advantage. When we use like this, they don't care about some medicine. They don't care about, for example, when we using the symbol like this, they take an advantage that I show you later. And of course, if you're thinking about the nanotechnology, you're thinking about the smaller unit, smaller than 1,000 times of human hair diameter. Very small. The simple particle that they struck by the researcher to small particle. When you use a small particle, they have to high surface area. Of course, the silver nano that made in Maejo University, the silver, they have to use an acceptable in antimicrobial protection to cleaning the operation tool in the medical instrument in the hospital in US and EU. This is take an advantage. This is if you have to comparison about alcohol. This is the high end of this infection substance. Of course, silver nano is ready used to product of all purpose surface. They have to body of the human touch it without allergy. This is the advantage. And of course, the antimicrobial property of the silver nano is higher effective than alcohol. Normally, when you're using alcohol like this, 15 minutes to protection only. Then, when you come back to the in front of the room, this appear. You have to use it again and again. Because of the longer time, it's only 15 minutes. But when we using about the silver nano, they have to efficiency in 14 days. Only one time to spray. They're using 14 days. This is suitable for using in the auditorium like this. Because of when you spray like this, they take it 14 days to protection. And of course, when the silver nano start from Maejo University, right now they have to commercial brand. they have to go to 7-Eleven, they have to go to FCC International. This is the company, this is worldwide. The company that thinking that this is more valuable of the product that they send off of Thailand. Right now they have to go to Vietnam, Laos, and also Cambodia at the three of the country that we export. And I hope that for the next week, Israel, this is the other country that bring to go to export from Thailand together. And this is the case study that the background of the data of the silver in International College in 2021, and of course the International College that present in innovative silver nano disinfectant project to help the society and service spraying in according to the request location and risk area around. First we started around in Maejo University inside them, in the other faculty, in the area that dormitory of the student, and of course it the place in order to accommodate in patient to support it, student and staff. This is the objective. At the first time we have to send to the ground of the hospital, and of course we use in the disinfection in the Maejo University volunteer, and we have to publicize Maejo University to promote the use of innovation in the community and country manner. This is the first target that we do in 2 years ago. We have 2 hospitals, Sansai Hospital, Nakhon Ping Hospital, District Community Hospital, and governmental agency, private agency as a request. We do it. And the expected benefits we not seriously. We just doing for the community strength, and we using about the value chain and inhibit virus at the medical equipment, something like this. And they using the product for the cleaning of the clothes, the baby clothes, and other things. If you're thinking about the silver nano and virus, they have a lot of publication paper in around the world. That the publication of the paper is confirmed that the silver nano, that they have to mechanism of the silver nano particle and antiviral mechanism. That you can see about the black dot have the silver nano particle, and when the silver nano particle like this, they have to attack between the outer of the virus and they break down. This is the mechanism of silver nano and effective in the antiviral mechanism. And a lot of paper that say that the silver nano particle control the COVID-19 virus and the urgent gland to the plasma, something like that. This is the review article, and some paper they say that as a potential antiviral agent. And some paper they have to say that, oh, this is the antiviral and immunomodulatory activity of the silver nanoparticle in experimental infection, something like that. A lot of them. And in Maejo University, the president of the Virapon Thoma, they have to use about the hospital, the non-permanent hospital inside the Maejo, and they use it about the silver nano inside them. And also another one hospital in. This is the the first one that I designed about the silver nano of Maejo University International College. And this is the result of the silver nano that we made it. We sent to Maejo University to checking about the quality of the silver nano in COVID-19 virus. We call it SARS-CoV-2. This is the COVID-19. The efficiency that the last result that the contact time in 5 minutes about the regulate of testing. The efficiency of the result of the silver nano like this is 99.91% to efficiency. This is a good for use in university and other institution, and also the auditorium or in the hotel like this. And this is the other achievement. I have a chance to send to Prince Siriton about the silver nano, and she said that this is more valuable and this is the new technology to use it. And also we have to use for our community that the people is try to use it, and the people say that is more valuable because of when the student, the primary student, the secondary student infect inside the school, something like that. There is no one to use it. Which one is it prefer? And every people, every student, every school go to Maejo University and they're gonna be held something that is it the good and more valuable. And of course, for the community, this is used for the community, and we have to send for this project in last year that we do like this. The income like this, they have to conclude it. This is the President Virapon Thongma and the President of Chiangmai Zoo that they're using in COVID-19 protection in Chiangmai Zoo. They're just like Superman. And the president is just like what we call Captain America. Yeah, Captain America. And from the donation is we have to this is the result from 2020. This is 990 liter to donation. And of course, when we use the project like this, we have to the income in international college around 5 million, and the donation of the people inside them, the donation should be 2.1 million to do this project. And in my conclusion, in my speech today, I think is some people, if you have to background about the chemical or the science, that's okay, because of when I speak like this, they have to follow up and interesting. But in the education background, I think it's more valuable. This is the pathway from COVID-19 pandemic to do it, how to manage about the researcher, how to manage about the curriculum inside them. In the next step of international college that I share you today, luckily we have to the budget to do it about the new one of the department, the new one of building that we can do it right now. in International College in Maejo University, the officially building, and we hope that they have to finish in this October. This is the atmosphere of the International College building. I think it looks good, but in the real thing is I hope that that we can do like this. We have to, as I showed you, it is only 100% dramatically, but the real thing is that if 80% beautiful like this, I'm okay. Okay, for my conclusion in today is I hope that this, just like in my experience and my management of International College, I show you about the management of the student, the curriculum inside International College, and of course I try to announce about the innovation. That the innovation is as a case study to go to abroad, to go to commercialize. This is the main concept that I showed you today. And of course, I would like to thank you about the FCC to get a chance for me to speak it today. And if you have to question about or the comment, is very welcome in here today. Thank you, every people. Thank you again.
Doctor, I have one query here. Like if a silver nano have already in a commercial brand, so it means that this product is a bit expensive, as we know, because there is a brand already. And how the university give solution on it, especially the majority of our people are striving for, because the economy now is not stable as what we had before. So if an organization will purchase to the university is more cheaper than to purchase in a commercial company?
Of course, this is a good question because of for EU and for US and like you can see in Alibaba website, it's more expensive.
The quality of education, because you compel students to use higher level of thinking to solve complex problem. Thank you, sir. May we ask you to please stay on stage to receive the.
He has spoken much more about that. Very, very interesting. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.